All right. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome to Victoria 3. All right, here we are. Here we go. So, a new week starting off with our Afghanistan run here. So let's recap where we are. So clearly, we formed Afghanistan. We did that a couple episodes ago. So really, we're just aiming for the great game now. The main thing here is taking on, or trying to get, where is it here? The achievement here, great game, no re. We're basically just complete the great game objective. So, now that we're Afghanistan, what we have to do, essentially, is build up our military to a point where we can tackle Russia, which is going to be quite a bit. We got to force Great Britain out, but they're not currently in the Persia or Central Asia region. So we're going to try to keep it that way. But Russia is. All this land right here is Russia. So we got to get them out of there. Hey, typical anime girl, welcome. Thanks for dropping in. That's right. Great game, no re. One I've been chasing for quite a bit because I always just want to do it as Afghanistan. But good to see you. How have you been? How are the streams going? All right, so we're going to build up our economy so that we can support a military. You can see here we're doing quite well in terms of budget, so we got to start spending some more money. We want to get construction up to 100. So, and we're up to 14th, an unrecognized major power. Oh yeah, that's right. And we also got to earn recognition. So we got quite a ways to go here, but it's still early. It's only 1870. So we're working on some railroads, rightfully so. We are hurting for infrastructure in most of these places. So do that, then we get some barracks. Okay, and then we need to work on the construction sector. Oh yeah, we also have the Central Asian Union power block. So we have no other members at the moment, so we got to work on that. But we're moving along, so we want to get Bukran in here. Looks like my mana, is moving along with us. Doing well, been a bit busy, so I have not played anything. If that changes tomorrow, I have a few things to do, so I will lurk, but looking forward to watching some Vicky 3. Members just hold you back. Your mama, that's right. Yeah, we're going to get Yo Mama in our power block here. Awesome, though. Yeah, good to know you'll be on tomorrow. I'll check that out. Always appreciate a good lurk. All right. Now, we would like to get Persia in here, but Persia hates us. So we're working on that. Let's see if there's anything we can do with Persia at the moment. Oh. Well, we could do the very first thing is improve relations. I don't know why we're not doing that. So let's do that. They hate us because they want Herat. They hate us because they're jealous. But we can fix that. All right. Yo, Mama's so fat. She's not a power block. She's a power blob. I will see myself out. But I need to get some sound effects going in this stream. That would have been a perfect opportunity. All right, we're doing dedicated police force. Why are we doing that? Let's double check. It doesn't look like we're trying to make anybody happy here. It'll lower turmoil, that's right. We have a lot of turmoil, and it's hurting our budget. Okay. So we can do that. It's going to really hurt our bureaucracy, so we could kind of work on that. But let's work on the construction sector. Yeah, so we're hurting for wood everywhere. How about in Sind? Yeah. Is there anywhere that we could build more logging? My kingdom for some logging. Well, we can do it in Bukhara. I assume we have a trade route going with them. Yeah. Ah, well, we have one increasing from the United States. But they don't like us either for some reason. Alright, so maybe we can start building up a little more in other places. Yeah, we have infrastructure problems here. Okay, so we could probably afford another construction sector here. So let's do one there. But then we're going to need another railroad here because yeah, we're already down 10. That gives 20. What am I doing clicking around here? Okay. Now we're going to start doing some automated building here. So tools and motors. Yeah, so let's auto increase that. We'll come back to the PM in a moment. And the motor industries. And the steel industries and the iron industries. And just automatically build that stuff up for us. Okay. Now, what is iron in our market? So we've got a little bit. So it looks like there are places not utilizing... Yeah, what if we do this? We do steel tools. Well, let's start off with iron tools. And... oh, that didn't do too bad for us, actually. Okay. So we've got some barracks, we've got some construction, we got some railway. I think that's good for now. We don't want to put too much in there because we would like the private queue to start building. And lastly, before we unpause, what are we researching? Percussion cap. Yes, that's what we need. Rifling. Then, yes, water to boiler, nitrogen. It would be good if we can get a company in there. So... good, we are at level 2. So, actually, we'll do percussion cap, and then before all that stuff, we'll do corporate charters. I would like to get the military one. I mean, this construction one would be great if we can get our power block to include that. So where is it? Where is it? The Imperial Tobacco. Yeah, look at this. We've got... oh, this is a Persia one. Okay. The Afghan Nazaji Shirkat. The Afghan, yeah. Southern Turkestan textile mill. All right. So we got some unique companies, but no, we want the combined Afghan metalworks. Give us tools, which is great, and weapons, which is great, but this army offense is something we're going to need. So we'll get to that eventually. All right. I think we're ready for the unpause. Now the private queue is building one in railways in Pashtunistan and in Bukhara. Okay, fine. So let's get this underway. Now our military. What do we have in regards to recruits? Now, we also need to increase our bureaucracy. So what are our PMs here? We're utilizing it. How's our paper? We've got a lot of paper. Maybe we could afford one or two here. So taxation and sind. We don't want to chase too much taxation, but maybe we can afford two. Oh, and one in Baluchistan. There we go. That'll be good for us. And in fact, I would like to do these before we hit the barracks. So let's finish these railways, and then we'll start on the government construction. Actually, let's finish... Yeah, let's do the construction first. Get those extra points, those construction points, and then go. Because that'll help us finish these railways quicker. All right, there we go. And away we go. Oh, you know, I never checked my sound. Hello, me. Oh, you know, I never checked my sound. Hello, me. There I am. All right. Okay, so we really need to get people into the power block here. Steel shortage. Yeah, we might need to subsidize some of that. Oh yeah, and now let's subsidize the Baluchistan Arts Academy, get our prestige out of that. Now, what's going on with our steel mill? Yeah, that would be the reason why there's nobody working there. Why, guys? Why the no workers? Do we have workers? We don't. Well, that could be a reason why. Alright, well, let's subsidize this. Are there buildings we could get rid of? Like agriculture buildings? Ah, what's this? Karuna? Who are you guys? I mean, I'll take anybody in the power block at the moment. Oh. Support your independence. I mean... Who are you at odds with? Great Britain. This one is not in our best interest. That's going to be a no from us. But come back to us when we have more of an economy and a military, maybe. Okay. So now, before they interrupted me, what was I looking at here? Our power block. We want to get this going because I want to start getting some of the benefits from these. Any little bit will help us. Let's see. What about Citral? Yeah, you don't like us because we kind of went to war with you. Took some of your land, but I promise we're not taking any more of your land. So why don't you start liking us? Kokand. Oh, see, that's the other thing. Okay, so they're in the Russian bloc already. So's Bukhara, actually. We gotta look at that. Alright. This afternoon, Mohammed Beck, leader of the armed forces, delivered a fiery speech advocating for the enactment of dedicated police force. Alright. Yeah, excellent. Alright, 84 success chance. So at the next checkpoint, June 9th, we should be getting this. Yeah, Bukhara. It's going to be tough getting you in there. But we can get my mama in there. Or my mana. I'm never going to be able to not see this as my mama now. My mana. My mana. My mana. My mana. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, so we got the extra construction sectors. We've got a railroad now in Kabulistan. Man, we're going to need many more railways here. Remind me again, how much infrastructure do we get? We get 20, so we're going to add 40. Yeah, so even the 2 are not going to be good. So we're going to add a third one. But we also need it to hire. Okay, so we'll subsidize this too. Speaking of which, did subsidizing... It did, okay. So... we should add some more motor industries, but maybe not in a place that has no peasants. A series of perceived poor decisions by the Shiite rights movement has led to a notable decrease in its ability to raise money. Numerous wealthy sympathizers have quietly halted their support for the movement. Yeah, remind me what these guys want. Yeah, they want legal guardianship for women, and they want... Oh, they do want total separation. Yeah, because I think we're Sunni. You get some loyalists out of it. Oh, and this pop attraction. Yeah. Now, where would be a good place? Maybe Herat. How is... Do we have iron? We do have iron in Herat. And we've got quite a few people. Okay. So we're going to start doing some motor industries in Herat. So let's add another thing there. Let's get some tooling going there. Let's get some steel. And then motor industries. And then we'll reassess. Don't know why. Who built this here? Why would you build the paper plant in the one place that has none of its resources? That's our wonderful private sector. Oh yeah, how is their infrastructure? Okay, so after all that stuff is done, we'll build another railway or build a railway in Herat. Honestly, we need a railway everywhere. So we're just going to do that now. And then we'll build up towards it, because infrastructure is going to be a big problem for us. So once we get this stuff going, we can start building up the military a little more. Yeah, I would like to get this. So cash reserves at 25% and workforce at 75. I'm sure the iron mines are good, right? Ah, we have dedicated police force. All right, let's slow down for a second. Ah, this one, Hazaristan. Oh, yeah. Okay, so voting rights and slavery we gotta tackle. Can we get... Who is it that wants slavery banned? With the intelligentsia, the rural folk, and the trade unions. Can we get... Yeah, the intelligentsia, no. What about the rural folk? Yeah, there's not going to be anybody. What we really need are some voting laws. But it's going to be tough. So yeah, we had already failed at census suffrage. But I don't mind wealth voting. Alright, let's give that a try. So if we can get wealth voting and kind of be able to change up the government a little bit here without being totally illegitimate, then we can tackle slavery. Start empowering some people so that we can free some people. Alright. Oh, why are we on page 2 of that? Alright, over here. Yeah, get both of those railways done. Because we can't have low market access in our in our market capital. So let's see how it's going. Coal. Yeah, Persia, whatever. Alright, let's pause for a second. This will help the railways. So after the railway, we'll do coal. Oh, Persia. Could you just chill out? Persia wants to conquer those lands. 4472, what do we... They have a lot more conscripts than us, but we have a lot more standing army. I wonder if we could just subjugate them. That would be quite a bit of infamy, but I wonder... Oh yeah, I don't think we can, because we're an unrecognized country. We could maybe try to take their land slowly, one by one. Problem is, Russia would probably come to their aid just so they can get to us. So we might not get Persia in there. What about Great Qing? Are we actually influencing them at all? No. Yeah, I mean, getting Great Qing will be a stretch. Who else could we get? What about Oman? I mean, they hate us too. What are we spending influence on? Support the independence of the Trucial states. I feel like this is kind of a dumb thing to do. They like us, but yeah, they're in the British Empire. So we're gonna stop that. Let's see. Do we want to keep the mutual investment rights? Although that still wouldn't give us enough to start improving relations with Oman. But the guarantee independence. All right, we'll keep this going as is for now. The corn laws. Yeah, the corn laws, our taxes on grain imports, have afforded the landowning classes a great deal of economic leverage, which they use to maintain their influence on Afghan policy. Yeah, I don't want to give them a crazy amount of... Ooh, here we go. Alright, we're about to reach our first checkpoint on this. It's probably not going to be good. Ugh. I didn't even get a debate on it. Oops. Oh, the Sindhi National Movement. Yeah. Yeah, we need to get to multiculturalism. Okay. Corporate charters. But we got a long way to go here. Actually, yeah. So Central Archives is where we go next. What are we text spreading? Triage. Okay. Then we should get some production stuff. The water 2 boiler. Oh, is nitrogen. Oh, we're getting text spread on nitrogen, so we don't need that. We don't need to do that. Yeah, let's finish out level 2 of the production area. But we would like to start doing munitions plants. Explosives, lead. Do we have a state? Well, hold on. Sindhi people in Baluchistan are being blocked from entering certain businesses by some local Pashtun people. We don't want to lower standard of living. We're going to have to take the authority. Yeah, legislative authorities. Blah, blah, blah. All right, do we have a place that has sulfur and lead? Where do we have lead? Oh, Pashtunistan. Oh, we have lead everywhere. Where do we have... Oh, yeah, and we only have lead there, though. But Sind doesn't have... Okay. So once again, Herat. All right. How are we on fertilizer, though? We're going to need more of that if we're going to build explosives. So we need more. So we should definitely do that here. So build more fertilizer there. Then Herat, we'll do one more of that there. And then... Oh, wait. Fertilizer and sulfur. Oh, well then, yeah, we should be doing explosives plants here. Yeah. And then... yeah, and then maybe we'll just do the munitions there. Yeah, because the explosives will be the more expensive thing than lead. Okay, so Sind will be our munitions place. It's a dangerous thing, though, because the British Raj wants this back. So we're inviting trouble. But honestly, if we're going to take Russia, we need to be able to take the British Raj. Yeah. Although they're not so dissimilar. We do have the 11th ranked military in the world, so, I mean, we're no laughing matter here. What is Persia's? 19. God. We need them in the power block. Unrecognized regional power. We could, we can make them a tributary. Okay. Look, 47.9 infamy. I mean, we'll take a look at this in 1875 when the truce is done, but I have a feeling Russia and or Great Britain would team up against us on that one. Oh, but we can start improving relations with Oman. Get them in the power block. Why not? Come join the party, guys. We'll take any that we can get. All right. So let's see. What are we building now? All right, that last railway. Oh, wow. Okay, so we can actually start utilizing the railway on stuff. Could we do it here? Look at that, save 10,000 laborers. Oof, that would be great. But 65 transportation. I don't think we're quite there yet. Haha! Percussion cap. It's coming. Okay. So, well, what is the market here for transportation? +3. So, fully staffed one will give us another 20. Ah, man. Okay. I keep pushing everything back, but we'll do those 2 coal mines, and we'll do... I mean, at this point, though, I'm going to save PMs, but already use them up in all this, like, railway stuff. I mean, it's not going to hurt, though. It's not going to hurt. So we can utilize a few things. So we'll say 4,000 here. A lot of it failed. Yeah, well footing is not going to pan out. What does that do for our railways? Still doesn't make it very profitable. Yeah, the real problem here is coal. The coal is just so damn expensive. Yeah. Legislative failures. I'm a failure. Okay. I think we might be able to add another construction sector. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Okay. I want to add another one here. Why is that so expensive here? Alright, let's add more construction. We'll bump it up to the top. Yeah, we definitely can't lower taxes. Do we have any better tax laws? Not at the moment. Ooh. Russia sided with Prussia in the diplomatic play against France. What is this? What could we get? Guarantee independence. Ooh, that's not bad. Actually, that's excellent. Okay, what is the deal with this war? This actually might be great for us. Cut Prussia down to size and liberate the Rhineland. Oh, I see here. So Prussia is making a German unification play. Ooh. And they are the strongest military. Okay, this is one we're going to take a save on. Because I might be wrong on this, but we get the guarantee independence as long as it goes to war. We don't have to win the war. And Russia can't add any war goals in here, so... Though Prussia could try to make us a protectorate. Let's try to get in on this. Ask for guarantee independence. Alright, we're in. Egypt sides with France. Now, we are going to have to... Let's pause for a second here. We got to make sure we don't get naval invaded. And unfortunately, yeah, now we have... Oh yeah, no, that's all Bombay. Okay. Now, we're not really going to send any troops to this. But we can load up. Well, no, if we do this, I'd rather just have the main army, because then we're not taking people out of their jobs with the conscripts. So let's take a look at mobilization options here. Liquor and groceries. What do we got in regards to that? Liquor. Yeah, we got enough liquor. What about the groceries? +4. Is the building fully staffed? It is. Ooh, although Baluchistan, we can add a PM. What do you have more of? Fish or meats? You got a lot of fish. You got more fish than meat. Okay. So they're using canned meat. Yeah, Baluchistan used some canned fish. And what did that do? How did that? Yeah, so the main army. Let's give you the extra supplies. Oh no, not you guys. The main army. Mobilize you. And station you right down there. I think we'll just keep them. Because we don't want to ruin our budget here. And to be honest, we're not sending anybody over there. I don't really care what happens in that war. I just want my guarantee independence. Although the whole world here seems to not want Germany to form. Oddly enough, the only one who wants Germany is Russia. There's some alternate history for you. What is Russia getting out of it? They don't even get a war goal out of it. Now, we don't get... Oh, look at that. Egypt is guaranteeing our independence. Ooh, and they are unaligned. Imagine if we got them in the power block. That might be too big of an ask. Can we get an interest over there? What? Okay. Are we trading with the United States? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We have a major wood import from them. We can't afford to take that interest away. Okay, let's take off the interest with France for a moment. Though it is what got us in this thing here, but... And see if we can become buddy-buddy with Egypt. Alright. Yeah, we'll not raise the conscripts. We'll just keep you there. We have no navy yet, which is, you know, something we got to work on. I suppose the one thing that sucks though is if we added a war goal in on Prussia or Russia, that would have helped us immensely in earning recognition. But the guarantee independence actually is going to be much better for us. Now we're going to lose quite a bit of money on this. What's our interest rate? 14.6. I mean, it's not terrible, but... But yeah, we are paying quite... Oh, okay, yeah. So we need to get our arms industries up here. Yeah, Pashtunisan. You start hiring up. And you guys start hiring up. So the cost of that military will, or that army will probably go down. Yeah, look at that. We're paying a ton for artillery. But I don't think we need to subsidize anything. Ooh, I do wonder though if we can utilize this to privatize them. So we own the one in Baluchistan and Kabulistan. So let's see if you guys will buy it. Although I suppose Bukhara could always do that. Okay, what is our leverage here? Because I would like to get rid of this. Yeah, look at that. And we're gaining nothing. Oh, finally, some law debate success. That's good. As compared to the 2 unclaimed leverage of car, resulting in a leverage advantage of plus 67. Yeah, but we're not gaining anything per week. Oh, and well, what's going on with the other guy here? Yeah. So we should be able to get that. Alright, so let's double check here. Yeah, we now have some guaranteed independence from France. So you guys do your little shenanigans over here. And we'll just make sure nobody comes and naval invades us. Oh, they didn't add any war goals against us, did they? 'Cause that's the only thing. Ban slavery, humiliate France, conquer. Yeah, no, they didn't add anything against us. Perfect. Wait, what? Are they... Oh, they're in the Russian bloc. Alright. I wonder... Wait. Oh, poops. Yeah, we did... we made a little bit of an error. Okay. Russia will be able to get to us. I forgot about that. Okay, well, let's just make sure here. I don't think they're going to be sending too many troops our way. So we are going to... I don't want to call conscripts other than these guys. Alright, so you go over here. The main army, you go over here. And then the National Guard, once you get someone, you can come down there. Alright, and that's how we'll do that. Alright, good. So now you can go station yourself down there in case anybody tries to naval invade us. Ooh, but we're going to be hemorrhaging money through this. We can raise taxes a little bit just to cover us during the war. This is going to be a pricey guarantee independence, I can tell you that. But as long as Russia doesn't really care about this, well, here comes one guy. I mean, the good thing is, no matter what happens in this war, nobody's taking anything from us other than our economy. All right. Well, oh yeah, look at that. So we're getting the government admins in there. Hopefully the cost benefit of it will work out. Yeah, these wooden passenger... I mean, we don't have a lot of wood, so this is never a good thing to do. Oh, did anybody end up buying the artillery? Yeah, look at that. We got one of them sold. The one in Baluchistan. Now we just need to get that one sold. Doesn't look like it did much for our budget, though. Alright. So I don't want to end up going too far into Russia, because then they're going to start sending soldiers this way. Oh boy, Prussia seems to be winning. We got the Roman Republic on the board. Actually, where would we first reach an incorporated state? Right here. Akmolinsk. So, we kind of want to take that. Though, that will really piss them off. Let's add a strategic objective. Oh, we can't. Okay, not until we get in there. Alright, so we'll get there eventually. Oh, poops. I forgot I put both of these guys on Defend the Front, because they were originally going to just defend against naval invasions. Okay. There we go. Whoopsie. Made a dumb mistake there. Oh, somebody backed out. Well, if Germany forms, maybe we can get Germany to like us. I wonder if being on this side of the war is gonna stop that. Alright. Eventually we need to get a navy here. But that moment is not right now. So we're getting 2K on that for 200. If only we had more authority. Well, we're about to hopefully get something here, April 12th. Battle in Merv. Alright, so we've got that. So now we can focus all the troops up there. A lot of 8 failed. Oh my god. You know, I haven't looked at potential agitators to help us out here. What do we have here? Land reformer. Nobody. Oh, do we have a cooldown on this? Oh. Oh, poops. I forgot we have closed borders. Alright. We need to get some migration, so that's something we need to fix. Hey, look at this. Look at us taking on some Russian military now. Are they fully up? Look at that, just one more. Okay. At this point, I certainly hope all of these buildings are... Okay, I probably should have just done this at the start. Just subsidize all of them. Ah! Fabric and liquor. Let's pause for a second. What's our fabric? Not good. Okay. What's our liquor at? Ooh. We're not really going to be able to add that in. In fact, as it stands, we need to get more liquor in here. Alright, let's ask the British and the Americans. And Persia, for that matter. And then, let's get some fabric in here. Yeah, let's get some from Qing, Bukhara, and Persia. All land routes. What does that do for us for liquor? I mean, it's still crazy expensive, but... So, let's add triage. Or first aid, I mean. To the main army. Ah, yeah, that's right. I forgot. Adding it in. Yeah, we needed to add that every year. We can't afford the organization loss. Well, then we don't really need the fabric trade routes. Let's get rid of that one. We'll keep these two. And then these liquor routes. Hey, realism. Sounds good to me. Oh, actually, I clicked out of it too quickly. Can we add... Yeah. So, let's see. Right now, if we do this... yeah, no, not that. So this is giving us academics, clerks, and laborers. So we can get more academics, less clerks. Let's do independent artists. Hopefully the power of our intelligentsia can go up a little bit. We seem to be doing all right here. Let's get through this build queue, and then we'll... Oh, we can add munitions now, actually. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Yeah, so we want to add it in Sind. So we'll start with 2. What are these guys building? Good, good, good. Okay. Now we wanna go there. Take that state. Because that will put the squeeze on Russia. See, France, don't tell me, don't ever say we didn't do our part. We're pulling Russian troops out here. Although, yeah, look, they are now the North German Federation. Either way, we have our guarantee independence from France. Hopefully it sticks. Oh yeah, we're getting all those extra barracks. So once wealth voting fails, because it's going to, ooh, okay, Egypt's out. Maybe what we tackle next is closed borders, because one, getting some migration, it would be very helpful. But then we could also start to get some agitators that might be a little more helpful to us in terms of passing these laws. We've now taken an incorporated state from them. However, we are hemorrhaging money. So they're costing us 9,000. They're costing us 16,000. Oh. Oh, finally Dust Baraxi died. Alright, so let's take a look at our new king. Or emir. Akbar Baraxi. So prestige. Authority. Okay, army power, prestige, and all of that. I wish I could remember what this guy gave us. So he had... can we still go to him? No. We had ambitious. Okay, so we're getting the same prestige, scarred, expert political operator, romantic. Oh, aristocrats, yeah, and erudite. Oh, yeah, look at that. Okay. Oop. Alright. So we're going to take a quick pause. Be right back in 60 seconds. All right, and we're back. Apologies for the abrupt break there. My mother-in-law's been visiting, has been in town, and she finally had to head out. So just wanted to say goodbye. Although we are past an hour, so it's time for a break anyway. All right, I would. Let's pause this for a second here. How much is this army costing us? 6,000. I'm tempted to disband the main army. We're spending a lot on them. I mean, there's nothing that we're really fighting for. Like, we have this land here. I think we're gonna do this. I shouldn't do this, but we're gonna save it, because this might be good, might not be good. I don't know. But let's disband them. All right. All right, so they're going to head back. But we do still have cavalry up there. Yeah, because we are... Yeah, we already have a lot of interests that we're paying. Tax waste. Yeah, Sind is going to have turmoil, I feel like, until we get multiculturalism, because the Sindhi people are not accepted. Well, and a lot of them are Sunni. Yeah, so it's actually beneficial to us to have state religion at the moment. What culture law are we at anyway? Yeah, we're at cultural exclusion. So we need to get to multiculturalism. Ooh, but do we have a long way to go? Okay. So we're gonna do Central Archives. We'll do water to boiler, and then we'll come back. Actually, modern sewage is actually desperately needed. We'll do modern sewage, then water to boiler, and then we'll just come back and do all of this. Central banking. Postal savings, joint stock companies, nationalism, egalitarianism. I mean, that's good for now. Okay. All right. Well, France, I don't think you got this one. Oh well. It was a valiant effort to prevent Russia from joining, but it's not meant to be. Ooh, and we are having a hardwood shortage. Yeah, let's get some from the British. Can we switch any of our PMs? Probably not. Yeah, we already have expensive wood. Now, this is a consequence of the uptick in production in our arms and artillery factories. So when we stop subsidizing all that, that need will go down. Alright, we're pretty far in here. I wonder if we just disband that army and just keep the National Guard up. Although, now that that army is done, we're going to add in that. And actually, yeah, 54 additional days. Okay, so now we're going to disband these guys. So we don't really care about all this. Yeah, look at them coming down here. Yeah, let's get out of this. All right. So, yes. Oh, but we lost our guarantee independence from Egypt. Yeah, so maybe, okay. Let's go back to an interest with France. Because I do want to make sure we're on their good side, because that's going to help us in this. Representing his constituents in the armed forces, Mohammed Shinwari has issued a formal petition for censorship. Yeah, we don't want that. Can we afford... I mean, we can. Yeah, we can't do that right now. Despite not having full rights under Afghan law, some wealthier Persian people have begun moving into neighborhoods and frequenting establishments they would normally be excluded from. You know, we need the Persian people here to be treated well. Alright. Yeah, look at that. So we're at a budget deficit. Basically, what our interest rate would be. Oh my God! Look at this. Okay. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to get rid of some of the decrees. I guess we can get rid of road maintenance here. That's still not enough, though. We gotta keep the violent suppression, unfortunately. Oh man, that's still not enough. Yeah, but that's not gonna really do too much to us. Okay, so now... Let's sell some buildings to lower our debts. What could we sell? Anybody want to buy this? For 200,000? How much are we in debt? 1.7 million. Yikes. Alright, what about the paper mills? I mean, honestly, all the stuff, like, buy them. Because I want the industrialists empowered anyway. Oh, actually, yeah, how much in subsidies? Oh my God, that's our problem right there. Okay, I forgot. We're still subsidizing all of these arms industries. There we go. I mean, I still want the buildings to be sold, but... okay. Okay. Oop. So, an interesting thing is, well, we held our own against the Russian military, although we didn't face the brunt of the Russian military, so there's also that. I would like to get rid of... I don't like them building all this stuff here. But I need them in my power block. Now these guys... Yeah, we should get there with these guys. At least we'll have somebody. Yeah, that's going to take 28 years at the current rate. Ah! Okay. Yeah. Okay, so once we get our explosives industries going, so let's get all those railways, and then we work on the explosives. Alright, I'm also going to turn off this AC in here. I am now freezing in this room. I'm not going to pay a bunch of money to be freezing. Okay, so now we can speed this up a little bit. We can maybe get... Oh, look at that. Oh, bunch of buildings have just been purchased. Saw that go down there. Now just 1 million. Okay, can we get... You know, I should double... I hope Bukhara wasn't the one who bought those. So, the paper mills... yeah, okay, let me look at... all buildings, non-Afghan owners. Well, I guess I won't be able to tell if they bought something or built it. Alright, so let's get more construction going. So maybe not in Quetta yet. Ooh, Zarstan. Do we have an iron problem? No, we don't. Damn, okay, so... Yeah, it's all this market access. We desperately need these railways built. So let's do the railway in Herat before we build up their motor industry. Yeah. And honestly, we're going to need to have a second one there. Oh, okay, well they have one already, it's just not hired up. Oh my god. I forgot about the... Our prohibitive import tax on cereal grains has made it difficult for the poor to afford bread, with people in Kandahar approaching the starvation line. Alright, we gotta get rid of these corn laws. These events every now and then are killing me. Oh wait, but we are... No, it's Herat. Herat. I keep confusing Herat and Hazaristan. Oh, they have infrastructure here. They're fully connected. So Hazaristan is the one that's the problem. Why are they not hiring? Can we get coal here? No, we cannot. What is coal in our market? Okay, hold on. Allies of the intelligentsia in the liberal movement have released a pamphlet fiercely criticizing the government's current policies. The pamphlet has become popular within reformist circles. Alright, the liberal movement. I mean, I wouldn't mind them. Yeah, sure, we'll do that. Oh, one of our generals died. Alright, we'll get to that in a moment. Actually, it's better we get to it now so that we don't lose organization. Surveyor. That's always pretty good. Oh, yeah, that's right. You lose, though, the recovery rates. Moderate, a Democrat. Ooh. Moderate. What is the landowner's current? A royalist. I wonder if we can get this guy leading the armed forces. This will greatly help us. Okay, so Abdullah Arif, because the armed forces are in government and it would really help us if he was leading them. I thought we could make him... I guess we can't. Yeah, we just can't get anybody in here. I thought we could make him the head of the armed forces. Who is the head of the armed forces? Oh, yeah. Just a politician. Oh, so we can't have our politicians be... Or we can't have our generals be politicians yet, huh? Okay. Fine. Fine. I don't like it. But damn it, I respect it. Oh yeah, so what's coal in our market? Not good. And we are utilizing... Yeah, we could do this. So we would need 43 explosives. How much does one explosives plant give us? 50. Can we import it to start? Anybody have some? The British, the French, the Americans. Is it cheap in France? No. What about in America? Nope. And in Britain? No. All right, so Zarstan has the lead. So does Herat. Actually, now that I think about it, so does everybody. Oh, yeah, so I forgot that we were going to add some construction. Oh, that's why we were looking at Hazaristan. Okay. Why are you... Okay. Because Hazaristan... Oh, they don't have people. You know, maybe... We should maybe... start thinking about building here. Why was I not? Oh, because they don't have iron. Alright. Yeah, we're running into people problems. Herat has a ton. Oh, yeah. Why are we not building construction sectors here? That seems very strange. Well, let's put some there. Okay. So, let's get this done. We'll add the construction sectors and then get that railway there. And then we're about to build a whole bunch of stuff. But is that going to be enough infrastructure for them? Yeah. What are you guys building? Anything worthwhile? Probably, that looks like it. You know, yeah, that's the other thing, too. We should start working on getting the world addicted to opium here. Oh, look at all this. Okay. Alright, law debate success. Yeah, let's get it in there in the French market and the Persians. And America. Get you guys some opium. Alright. Moving right along. All right, so let's let this construction queue cook for a little bit. Let's see now. In terms of our military, look at that. We're on the board. We're 10th. Let's take a look at. Look at that. We're the number 3 producer of art. What's going on with France? So they're neutral on us. It'd be nice if we could rival somebody. Yeah, we could always do it to Persia, but... Oh, look at that. Yeah, let's guarantee your independence. Maybe that'll help us somewhat. Oh, man, wildfires in Quetta. That's not great. Hey, okay. We're starting to gain leverage. It's going to take a long time, though. And we're almost at 200 with these guys. And we're not earning anything more. 183 is compared to the 314 unclaimed leverage of my mana, resulting in a leverage advantage of 169. I mean, what more can we do for you guys? Why are you belligerent against us? Jesus. Oh, and I forgot to take a look at Bukhara here. Oh, we're not even registering on that anymore. Alright, then what are we even doing with them? Are we still doing anything with Bukhara? Yeah, let's break the mutual investment agreement for another 3 years. Okay. Fine. Fine. Oh, man. The wildfires are spreading. Yeah, okay. So the current plan here... get a motor industry up and running in Herat, and then build railways everywhere, and then build some munitions plants in Sind so that we can upgrade our military to skirmish infantry. That's the plan at the moment. What are we still subsidizing? Oh, that Arts Academy is really costing us. How much are we getting? Well, can we export some of this crap? Hey, America, you want to take some of it? Okay. Ooh, although, yeah, we have that problem. Wait, how about... Oh, do we not have the trade agreement with Bukhara anymore? We don't. Oops. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to not subsidize this as much. We're getting 15 prestige. We can kind of afford not to. Radicals in Baluchistan seem to be getting support from discriminated Bedouin citizens within the state. Baluchistan gets some migration traction, so it's good. Yeah, let them protest where they want. Okay. So, arts academies, I'm sorry we can't subsidize you anymore. I'm sure you understand. Let's see what that does in the Monday update. Alright, didn't do much. Railway and steel mill. Let's see which railway it is we're subsidizing. I didn't see. Who are we subsidizing? Alright, well, let's not subsidize any of them. And then we're subsidizing a steel mill. In Kabulistan. Yeah, look at this tax waste. Yeah, because they just got some more turmoil. Ooh, yeah. And they lost 12% of their infrastructure. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to give them emergency relief. Implementing a proper voting system for the upcoming wealth voting elections has put a strain on the Afghan government's administrative capacities. God. I don't even know if I want whether to say this is a losing cause at this point, because we got 2 setbacks in the introduction phase, but we're up to a 27% success chance. So, who knows? How much longer are these wildfires going to last? 8 more weeks. Alright, it should be fine. Oh! Hello, Emperor Renard. Hey! I realize I haven't looked at the chat in a moment. Allergic to paperwork. Oh, yeah. Tell me about it, right? Paperwork be damned. Good to see you, my friend. You'll be happy to know we are trying to be buddy-buddy with France right now in this run. They're guaranteeing our independence. Vive la France. Vive la Afghanistan via Vive la France. Hey! Brazil's now guaranteeing our independence. Speak of the devil. Alright. Now, yeah, 75% workforce, 25% cash reserves. Why are we not getting this? Which one isn't working? Zaristan. Don't tell me we have hiring problems. Oh, yeah, we do. What buildings could we get rid of? Not much. Let's see. Good. Although I'm seeing a German empire, I'm not liking that. Speaking of historical stuff, I've added a whole new page to my speech about America. Oh, interesting. Cool. Yeah, you just missed it. There was the big German, Prussia's big German unification war. France was the main person fighting against them. You'll be happy to know we joined on the side of France, but it was not meant to be, unfortunately. But it was a valiant effort. So yeah, we now have a German empire. All right. Austria's improving. Yeah, Italy isn't even formed. No Italy yet, although there is some interesting stuff going. We have a Roman Republic and a very strong 2 Sicilies. So it looks like the 2 of them are going to kind of battle it out. Although, don't slack on Sardinia Piedmont here. So yeah, there's probably going to be something interesting going on there. There's a Swiss reactionary revolt. So there'd be some stuff going on here. I wonder where they got inspired for the Roman Republic flag. Yeah. Yeah, that is interesting, right? There must be some type of historical precedent for it. I did a run a while back as the Papal States into the Roman Republic to get a specific achievement, and this was the same flag that I got in that. So there's probably some point in history where they were utilizing that flag. Another thing I love about this game, all the little history that you see. Oh, speaking of flags, look at this Upper Canadian Reactionary Revolt flag. I've never seen that before. Copy my homework, but don't make it look too obvious. Yeah. This is the famous last words for any copied homework assignment. Don't make it look too obvious. That's always... If you have to say that, that means that person is going to make it look obvious. Okay, Herat is now building up its motor industry and the stuff for it, so that's good. And then we can start building railways through the country. Yes, okay. Wildfires are done here. Though they still have an infrastructure problem. But, okay, yeah, but they are one of the ones that we're building railways in. Let's build theirs first. And then Sind. Barney, hey, good to see you again. Yeah, doing some Victoria 3. Mondays are a big Victoria 3 day for me. I do one in the afternoon like I'm doing right now. And then I have another session going this evening. So this is still the afternoon session for me now. So we started as Kabul, forming Afghanistan. And one of the main goal here is to get the Great Game No Re-Achievement, so winning the Great Game. So we shall see. We're doing fairly well. Ranked 13th in the world. We have the 10th most powerful military. Opium Empire, yeah. We're not quite the Opium Empire yet, but we're getting there. Actually, I lost track of that a moment ago. I got to start exporting a bunch of that. Because we got a lot of opium built. So we have the Central Asian Union power block. Unfortunately, we're the only one in it. Nobody wants to be our friend. Persia hates us, but we're working on that. Actually, hold on. Did that... Oh, no, this did not go down significantly. Yeah. Persia does not like us because they want to take us over. Great Britain isn't in here, so that's good, but we still got to get all these states off of Russia in order to do this, and they are... Look at that. We got to make a move on this shortly. Great Britain is not going to like us. I've tried some plays with Nej in this region, trying to form Arabia. Man, it depends on a lot of luck. Yeah, I know, right? I've tried to do that as Hejaz, since you have Mecca as your capital, and form like the current day, like Arabia. And that's a tough one too. One of these days, I do want to do an Arabia run, where I'm not Egypt. But that day is not today. Today it is all about Afghanistan and the Great Game. I don't know about the Great Game run though, because Russia is moving this at a quick pace. Why does it say Afghan protectorate, Russian victory? Oh, we can get a... Okay, let's slow this down. We have never been a protectorate of Russia. That's interesting. All right. Companies. So the metal company, but I also would really like... this one. But the metal company would be nice. Yeah. The metal company is always a good starting one. Because they're going to build up iron and lead, which we need a lot of. And then we get that 10% steel mill bonus. By the way, I wanted to comment. I had a very strange run yesterday. I was in South America. As I was small, I entered the French market, and out of nowhere, my son started to grow a lot. Like 18. Son. Oh, do you mean, did you just get auto-corrected from Seoul? Standard of living, is that what that was supposed to be? Let's see. Yeah, we're going to take the combined Afghan Metal Corporation, because we're really going to need that. Um, into the French market and out of nowhere. So, which country did you take? Because what probably happened there was entering the French market probably made, oh my god, wealth voting actually advanced. It would be insane if this law passed. Um, what probably happened was the goods prices for your lower and middle strata probably became much more affordable and cheaper, which then allowed them to get these goods, spend less money on it, keep more money in their pocket, which brings up your standard of living. So that's probably what happened there. Although it could be a number of things. It could be the input goods for your companies or your buildings got cheaper, making those businesses more profitable, which then meant wages went up, which puts more money into the pockets of your people, which also increases standard of living. Yeah, all this in the early game, besides that the AI was completely crazy. Brazil became an oligarchy, Greece created a small Greek empire in Anatolia, India had exploded, and France became stable. Oh my god. What a run! Yeah, talk about some alternate history stuff. Um, a Greek empire. I've always thought about wanting to do a run as Greece. Just because they are kind of a small country in this, so there's a lot of room to grow there. Nadir Kazem has challenged Ahmad Shinwari to a duel to the death. Ooh, I actually might let these guys do it. I wouldn't mind getting somebody different in the petite bourgeoisie here, and getting rid of a traditionalist rural folk guy. Always nice. Let's let them fight. Ahmad. So he was the... Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we now have a moderate in charge of the rural folk. All right. I'm going to do a very, very quick 30-second bathroom break, and I will be right back. Very quick. All right, and we're back. All right, so now that we have our iron company here, I want them to be the one that starts, yes, producing our iron mines to get that throughput bonus. So what we need to do is make coal and tools as cheap as possible. I was playing in this run with Pirtini. Oh, cool. The small rebel republic of Rio Grande do Sul. I discovered a trick to beat Brazil every time, and I had already entered the French market other times. But the maximum standard I could get was 14. Not bad. I only entered to facilitate immigration, but out of nowhere I received gold. That's all. It's always nice to receive out of nowhere, right? Surprise! Here's a bunch of gold for you. Piratini, yeah, I've never tried a run with them, um, but definitely, yeah, definitely like a small country trying to play tall there. Um, how did the do have you finished the run, or are you still in the midst of it? If you did finish it, how did it finish out? Okay, so tools are kind of okay. Yeah, coal though. We have got to get coal going. Let's do that there. All right. So all of that infrastructure stuff will start to be fixed once we get these railways going. Oh, let's speed this up. Man, if we get wealth voting, I will be amazed. It started off with very little success chance. We got two setbacks in the introduction phase. I almost canceled it. But now it's moving along a little bit. July 15th will be our next checkpoint. The run was so absurd that I decided to leave more or less in 1860 when France became stable. Something is wrong. Yeah. Yeah, probably a good idea, right? Um, I tend to abandon runs quite a bit when I'm playing solo. It's part of the reason why I like to stream. When I stream runs, I tend to finish them. Or not tend to, I do finish them. So it's part of why I stream them. But yeah, sometimes it can get a little outrageous. Like for the first time ever, I restarted this Afghanistan run, which is why it's called To Kabul, Too Furious, because it's kind of the second run of Kabul. Uh, but I have a print. Is there anywhere I can send it? Um, Not necessarily to the stream here, but I can give you my email here. Oh, good. We got the atmospheric engine pump. Yeah, you can send it there. Through the widespread introduction of the atmospheric engine in the mining industry, productivity is at an all-time high. Yes, okay, give us that progress toward water tube boiler. That is what I want. Alright, we're on Central Archives. Wait, what was the thing we just discovered? Oh yeah, we got corporate charters. That's right. So we're already using that. Okay, so we're going towards Central Archives. Will help us with taxation capacity. Modern sewage, mainly because the infrastructure it'll help us with. Water tube boiler, and then we're just moving through the society tree because we're at a point where we have to get multiculturalism. We have to get the human rights here. All right. Yeah, we gotta get to human rights because one of the big states for us is Sindh, and we're starting to kind of run into acceptance problems. Not to mention, I constantly have to suppress the which one is it? The Sindhi national movement, because they want multiculturalism. So I can get some authority back if I finally don't have to suppress them. We're also hoping for here, once we get wealth voting, if that can pass and we get some voting rights, we can finally tackle slavery and open our borders up. So that's kind of the goal right now. But we had a goal to get to 100 construction in this episode. We started the episode at 50. So we're moving along, but I don't know if we'll get there by the end of the episode. We might get close to it. We might get it. All right. There we go. All right, so Herat now has a motor industry and everything for it. So now we just need to get that all hired up. What is the price of iron here? I'd love it if the iron company built some iron here. So let's make sure tools. Tools is cheap. Coal, though. Coal's super expensive. Okay, maybe we'll build these coal industries before we start building up the munitions ones. We are going to do the railways first, though. Alright, there we go. Oh, what was that? Brazil's improving relations. Excellent. Let me take a look here. Oh. Yeah, oh my god, look at that standard of living, 17.3 in the image here. 46% literacy rate. Damn. Okay, law debate failed. Let's see. Why are you guys damaging relations with me? Come on. Ooh. What a run with those guys. I like it. Well played, sir. Well played. Yeah, it was received. Yeah, I'm just taking a look at it. Ooh, that's a beautiful standard of living you had on there. Looking at mine right now, I'm envious. I haven't been able to tackle my own standard of living yet. But getting up to 17.3, and you said eventually it was at 18. Excellent. Yeah, and less population than everyone else. Yeah, your your migration attraction would have been like off the charts on that. Okay. So, what are we waiting for now? March 28th. I forget why it is I can't have generals be politicians, because this guy would be very beneficial to us. Oops, is it? Well, let's do a quick old little search. What is this? It's saying you can't. Oh, this is from like 4 years ago. The game, that was like a completely different Victoria 3 game. I'm gonna have to do a deep dive into this. I've never really looked into what lets you do that. Interesting. Because I know you can, but there are certain things that disallow it. I'll have to look into what it is that disallows them. If you want to do a run, it's easy. You start with an army of about 9 with 2 irregular infantry and current cavalry. What I always do is make 2 more invasion armies. Ah, yeah. Interesting. Oh, hold on, we got an authoritarian. What good are you to me? What good are you to me? An authoritarian. Yeah, nice. That's actually a pretty good size for a small country to start out with. And 2 invasion armies. How were you able to hold off Brazil initially? Because I imagine Brazil made a Diplo play against you pretty early on, right? Because that's always the difficulty with runs with Grau Paulo or Pirtini. Brazil comes for you very early. Oh my god, can I cancel these mutual investment rights yet? In 12 months I can. Okay. In 12 months. Alright, we're actually going to bump the speed up to 11 here, because I want to get through these railways. I want to get through this build queue. Yes. So, excellent, excellent. And some labor-saving PMs. So first, let's use this in the coal mines. Then you put Antonio de Souza Neto in adamant defense and hold Brazil. Oh, don't forget to update the armies. He holds the momentum since there are 2 fronts. Oh, yeah, with Grau Para. Ah, interesting. Okay. Okay. I'm going to try a run like that then. I love me a good South America run. I love the Colossus of the South DLC they did and all of the, like, narrative stuff they added for South America. Which is why I did my Paraguay stream a while back, but I want to return to South America at some point. Okay, so we added that. Once we get some explosives going. I wonder if we can add the explosives in now before we even begin. Let's do it from the French. And let's just do explosives here. Yeah, hopefully this doesn't screw everything up. Yeah, okay. So start increasing that. So what did that do for us for coal? Look at that. Okay. And so now, because that price is better, hopefully, yes, the iron company starts building us more iron, and we get all of that throughput bonus. Now, okay, so the global prosperity, let's get out the calculator here, is 9. Multiply that by 1.25. So we need productivity to be at 11.25. Oh, so it's just this one in Kandahar. Kandahar? What's wrong with you? So someone's building a steel mill there. Okay, so once they build this steel mill in Kandahar, our productivity will go up, because I want to get this steel mill building throughput. We should keep an eye too on the price of motors here as we build all of these railways. I had to make a video teaching it. It's a much more guaranteed strategy than my old ones. In reality, I'll do that. yeah, make a video out of it. I love a good video that shows somebody's run and what they did. Especially Piratini. I don't think I've seen a lot of videos out there on that one. Because, yeah, I would love to see how you held off Brazil there. Because that's such a recurring theme with so much of the game. When you take a small country, there's always some big country next to you coming for you. Like even this one, Persia, has just been at our throat the whole game. Along with Russia. So I love seeing a good example of small country army holding off a big country. Pacifist Piratini is a challenge because the population refuses to grow. So either you become a puppy or puppet of the French, or you annex Santa Catarina and Paraguay or Uruguay. Oh, okay. Yeah, population. That's, I think, after Colossus of the South came out. Oh my God! Are you kidding me? Wealth voting made it to adoption. This is insane. Yeah, after Colossus of the South and all the extra content came out, yeah, your biggest problem in all of South America, I think except for Brazil, is infrastructure and population. I mean, I think Brazil still suffers from infrastructure, but not so much population. But all the other countries, you don't have a lot of population, you don't have a lot of infrastructure. But once you can get your economy going and get that standard of living up, boy, do you start getting some mass migrations. In that Paraguay run of mine, in like the final half or final third of the game, we were getting mass migrations like crazy, which actually is something I really need in this run right now. Unfortunately, we have closed borders. Actually, let's speed this up, because I want to get to these coal mines here. Agents of the industrialists have founded a national organization dedicated to uniting the liberal movement under a national leadership. Yeah, okay, we'll take them. Yeah, you know, we should get off of hereditary bureaucrats. Oh, they want elected bureaucrats. Yeah, after opium. People are the most important resource in the game after opium. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's so true, though, right? Like, the most valuable resource you have in this game is people. Any country that starts out with very few people, that is always a difficult run. And it's also a difficult run to stream because it takes a while to get people, and you can't do much without people. So in terms of streaming a run, I'm always wary of places that don't have a lot of people because and not a lot of option to conquer land, because then you're just kind of sitting and waiting for things to happen, which is not the most exciting stream. Like the Paraguay run, when we first started, we had the same problem with people, but oh, look at this little Paraguay here. I made a move on Argentina quickly, so that we got more land, which got us some people too. But if you don't have that option, it is a tough one. I would love to do a run with Lanfang, and the test runs I've done, they're tough because you don't have a lot of people. And wait, what in the nonsense is going on here? Who is Persia fighting? Why did I not get a message about it? Oh, they're fighting Egypt, and Persia's on Egypt's side. Oh my lord, not good. Not good for the run. They want to make Persia a protectorate. Wait, but why would this be against Egypt? I guess it was Egypt who started it. Oh, man. Alright, well, this will at least give us more time on the Great Game, because Russia is getting close to winning it, but this will start swinging the bar back this way a little bit. Like, starting with a small population, but like 1 million is not ideal, but it is still manageable. Now less than 700,000 is a nightmare, yeah. Oh my god, yeah. If you are in the thousands of population, yikes. Good luck. Unless, again, you have some options to conquer very quickly. Like, for instance, I've also thought about doing an Oman run. Yeah, your population is 321,000, but you have a good chance of conquering Yemen very quickly, and then going up this way before Egypt takes them. So that could make it a little easier, but still kind of difficult. Oh, man, I always forget what to do when the map gets like this. There we go. I don't know what I did, but The corn laws. Our taxes on grain imports have afforded the landowning classes a great deal of economic leverage, which they use to maintain their influence on Afghan policy. My God, we gotta get rid of those corn laws. Man, it's too bad I didn't get a notification about this. I guess because technically it's against Egypt and I don't have an interest there. I honestly don't like this current migration system. My country has the best standard of living in the world and doesn't accept anyone because it's small. What? Yeah, because you need like a certain amount of arable land, of undeveloped arable land, for people to want to like come in and use that land, right? I think that's the thing. You have to have the standard of living, but you also have to have like the land for people to come in and want to take and use. All right, we are... Oh, let's bump the speed up. We are almost through the railways. So northern Baluchistan, southern Turkestan. So that's... hello, pharmaceuticals. One more step closer to the society branch. All right. So, shell gun. Lost, stalled. Oh my God. I swear to God, if we... getting to the adoption phase, if we lose it now, it's gonna like piss me off to no end. Is there anybody we could throw in the government here? I mean, damn. Who wants this? Yeah, I wish. Is there anybody we could throw? Ooh, this might help us. I didn't realize we could throw the landowners out like that. Yeah, that's pushing it. Alright, let's do that. Look at that. I should have done this a long time ago. We still have the same stall chance. Oh yeah, the absolutist movement. We're probably going to have problems with them. Ooh, we are having problems with them. Alright, let's stop suppressing them for a moment, and we need to suppress the absolutist movement. Hamza Maxim has challenged Abdul Hussein Beck to a duel to the death. Let's pause for a second here. Do we like this general? Well, he's a landowner, so getting rid of a landowner general is always good. He's in the National Guard. Alright, yeah. And the leader of the intelligentsia is a moderate, so let him fight. Let's see who we lose. Ah, good, the general. So, one less landowner general, and honestly, we don't need another one in there, so we're good. Let's see. One question: have you already achieved that conquest of dominating the U.S. with indigenous territory? Yeah, it's called American territory with the Indian territory. No, I have not. That is just like my... That is my white whale, that one. I've tried it a couple times. It is difficult. It is, it's a little easier, well, not easier. It's a little more manageable now. Before, I don't know what it was with Pivot of Empire, but before the Pivot of Empire DLC, the achievement was almost literally impossible. because anytime you started it, the United States would roll on you immediately. Now the U.S. doesn't roll on you as quickly, but it is very hard to get out of the U.S. Control. I've tried it quite a few times solo, offline. I've never done a full run with it, but that is one I absolutely want to get. I absolutely want to stream it at some point. I was going to stream it at some point, and then I started doing some practice runs, and I realized, like, oh, this is probably not an exciting thing to stream because, at least at the moment, because a lot of it, you're just kind of sitting and waiting. You can't build anything. You're kind of waiting for events in the world to happen. So it's kind of a fun one to do solo. But I imagine watching a stream of it might be a little difficult. Unless I can figure out some strategies for it. But that is one I actively am trying to figure out. Yeah, that one is tough. I've seen some videos online of people trying it in much earlier versions of the game, and they didn't get the achievement, but they were able to get independence from the United States, which is, I think, should be an achievement in and of itself. But that's why it's so impossible, because, let me read it, because it's like you gotta get the U.S. down to, I think, like 3 states. Yeah, starting as the Indian Territory, have the USA as a subject with no more than 3 states. Oh yeah, speaking of Piratini, I forgot about this one, yeah. Have a higher GDP than Brazil. I might try for this one at some point, now that we've been talking about Piratini. Or Graupara. That might be a fun one to try to do. Alright, let's speed this up. Oh yeah, we were looking at infrastructure to see if we need any more. Pashtunistan still needs one. Zaristan. I have this. Oh, the Piratini achievement. You were able to get that one? Excellent. Did you get it in that run that you were just talking about, or like in a previous run? It was accidental, of course, but it still counts. Brazil was divided into a civil war. Oh, it was luck. Ah. Hey, you take any type of luck. Awesome. That's an interesting, though. I wonder if you can strategize for something like that. Get a civil war in Brazil. Hazrat Nashbadandi. Oh, that's this person. Has launched a vicious series of insults against Hamza Maxim for his support of wealth voting. The intelligentsia have demanded the government act to defend his honor. Must learn to grow thicker skin. Yeah, I don't want to give much to Dakshabandi. Yeah, remind her of the laws against slander. Oh, she gets shell shock. Oh, good. Oh, yes, in the absolutist movement. Oh, this is what we want. So we want hopefully the absolutist movement gets leader repressed. So let's see what we get. Yes. Excellent. That is going to be very helpful to us. Okay. When we get through this stuff... Oh, you know what? No, take that off there. Let's get off the auto-expanding of the iron mines, because I want those to be built by the iron company. And if they're in our queue, it's not going to go in that queue. Speaking of which, any movement on this yet? No. No. Okay. Alright, so let's move this along. Okay. Oh, good. Oh, nice. Okay, so they're going to build a railway in Pashtunistan. That, of course, we're going to get more arts academies. I would like it if the company started building more iron. Well, actually, what are we at with iron? Oh, it's actually leveled out a little bit. That's good. Okay, good. So now we're tackling those coal mines. I'll slow down for a second here. Actually, I would like to get some road maintenance in Sindh. Let's finish out these coal mines in Kabulistan, and then we'll move it to Sindh, because we're about to build a whole bunch of stuff there. Yes. Taxation capacity. Let's get the Monday update, see what we get out of it. Not much. Modern sewage. Excellent. What are we doing on tech spread now? Mechanized workshops. Good. Nationalism and rifling. Ooh, did they... thank the Lord. They got that... They finished that war. Although they are now allied with Egypt, so I guess subjugating them is off the table. Oh my god. This law is going to take forever. So lawmakers working towards the enactment of wealth voting have found themselves mired in a particularly complex set of bureaucratic proceedings, grinding the work towards reform to a near halt. Ah, man. Yeah, I don't want to lose the 10% enactment success chance. We'll take that. We'll take that. Alright, yeah, finish this coal mine in Kabulistan. And then we'll move it along. Let's make sure... Okay, good, look at this. So their activism has gone down a little bit. So that's good. We're now waiting for January 20th. You know, if I had been smart, I don't know if this is necessarily something I should have done, but I should have considered it. Considering how bad our country is with wood, the forestry company might have been decent. Let me take a look at it. Where is it? Yeah. Forestry Guild of Kabulistan. Oh, look at that. Yeah, we'd get all of that infrastructure Now the problem is all of the logging camps have been built, so I'd have to hope they buy them. I'd have to buy them, and I have to hope they buy them. But getting getting the throughput on logging in our market would be great. I might look for that next. It's too bad I need all these war companies, because there's some good companies here that could really help us. Alright. So yeah, so putting road maintenance in Sind will give us 10% state construction efficiency. We can finally get some explosives factories going. So let's speed up towards that. Radicals in Baluchistan seem to be getting support from discriminated Sindhi citizens within the state. Yeah, let's let them protest. Nope, hold on. The Sunni traditionalist movement. I don't want to encourage this too much. What do they want? Well, you have what you want. Yeah, you want state religion, and you want legal guardianship. Well, they're only at 4% activism, so... Oh, they are 10%. So we'll lose pops there. The church will be mad at us. Or I should say the mosque will be mad at us. Yeah, we can take that. Oops. Oh. And a lot of events popping up here. A group representing those within the petite bourgeoisie with an interest in the opium trade has begun lobbying the government for action against Russia, citing its hostile trade policies. Oh yeah, we'll take an anti-Russian group. I also keep forgetting, let's see this event and then we'll look at some opium trade. Wealth voting! What do you know? I can't believe this thing passed. I can't, but we started with like a 6% success chance. We got 2 setbacks in the introduction phase. And somehow made it to enactment. Alright. Slavery banned. Let's do it. So we now have parties. Alright, I'll wait till the next election before we move all this stuff around. Supporters of the Conservative Party have gone beyond simply campaigning for their own party, harassing and sometimes physically attacking opposing partisans. Yeah, let's get you guys some... Oh, and look, our flag changed. We got this thing back on our flag. So if we go to a presidential republic or a parliamentary system, we'll get like the current day Afghanistan flag. Oof. We've got some room to go. Alright, what's going on here? No, don't add iron. Oh, Streamlabs. What did you do? It censored something. I How do I look at what it was? I thought it's supposed to show me what it was so I can make a decision. Sorry, Barney. Let me take a look here. The chatbot thing is fairly new to me. Where is it? Oh wait, it's in this thing. I hate these monocolored flags. So I'm talking to you, Sakoto. Yeah. Hold on, let's take a look. What is Sakoto at the moment? Yeah. I remember the very, very first time, way back when I first did an Afghanistan run, and it was just all black. I was like, wait, is there something wrong with the game? Is there like a file missing or something? I had to look it up and find out, oh no, there's like historical precedent for just a straight up black flag. It was nothing. Now I know you can't see caps lock. Ah, that's what it was. A caps lock. All right, I have to go in and change that. I want to have like some moderation on my chat, but then I feel like every time, the only time the chatbot ever like moderates something is when it should be used. So yeah, good to know. I'll have to look at the caps lock thing later. All right, let me make sure I don't have auto expand on the iron mine still. I don't know why Herat's popped up there. Yeah, no. Okay, I would like to also start getting some military shipyards. And we'll do it here because we have acceptance problems in Sind. Fabric, iron, and hardwood. Got iron, got hardwood, well, yeah, let's build one military shipyard here. And once we get that, we can start building a navy up. In a gesture of solidarity with the Conservative Party, Muhammad Arif has encouraged his supporters to vote for it in the ongoing election. No, not that. Poops. I know it's supposed to be historical, but my African empire competing on equal terms with Russia and France cannot have green as its flag. Yeah. Well, once you change, like, what's our current laws here? Yeah, monarchy and autocracy. Pretty much every country, when you change these two laws, you start to get different flags. So if you change off of those things, there might be something else. And especially if you go to like communism or any type of like socialism at all, you start to get like a reddish flag. It may seem strange, but I have never done a gameplay with Russia. Oh, not strange at all. I've never done one with Russia. I don't really play as the great powers all that much, other than the United States, just because I'm American, so, you know, role-playing. Although I have to say, like, my current solo run I'm doing is with France, just because I've never really fully explored the Voice of the People DLC, and there's all those like achievements with France, so I figured it's time to clear out my France achievements and get all of them. So I guess I am doing a solo run with France right now, but I generally don't really play as the great power. So I've never played as Russia. I've never really played as Great Britain. I just don't find it that enjoyable to like start off, you know, like number 1 or number 2. It just seems like there's not much room to grow. But I suppose if there was like a bunch of flavor added for Russia, it would make it interesting. Kind of like why I'm doing my run with France right now. Oh, we can speed up here. The only major powers I play with are USA, Austria, Prussia, and France. France, because of the Napoleonic role play. Austria was mid, and Prussia because of the Kaiserreich. Yeah, The France is exciting because of all the additional content. In the U.S., I wanted to avoid civil war, when in fact the goal is to have a civil war. I've had a couple runs where I was able to ban slavery and not get the civil war. Oh wait, let's see what this is. Whilst campaigning for the Conservative Party in the turmoil-racked Sindh, Hazrat Nashbandandi has been attacked and brutally beaten by a group of unknown assailants. Well, that's what you get for being an authoritarian. Ooh, wounded and shell-shocked. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, so it is possible. You basically have to... It takes a while, because you have to slowly bring down the power of the landowners. You need to get an election where you get the Whig Party into power fairly early, and then, slowly start getting things like National Guard, and so that you can suppress agitation. And then you're able to do it. But to be honest, like, the Confederacy doesn't end up having that strong of a military, so in terms of just getting slavery banned, it's sometimes just quicker and more efficient to just try to enact slavery ban early on, do the Civil War, and win it. I don't think I've ever lost the Civil War in the game. Or I could be wrong. I think there might have been once I lost it, but I feel like there's some special circumstance that happened. But I've never really lost it. The Confederacy doesn't end up being that strong militarily. Okay, Baluchistan, we lost all of that. The thing is, even though the Civil War is avoidable, avoiding it makes you lose the best part of the flavor, yeah. Like having African American as a primary culture. Exactly. So it's like, you can try to ban slavery without doing the war just for RP reasons, but it's not best. It's best to just fight the war. General Tonsvi has made public statements in support of the Conservative Party, bringing into question the political neutrality of the military. I don't want him to become the leader of the armed forces. Yeah, let's just do that. Oh, but look at this. I will never play with the UK because it's so easy. So yeah, I don't really get the point of it. Like, you're starting off as number one. I guess if you have like some specific RP goals in mind when you do it, that could make sense, but it's not really something that's as appealing to me. Ooh. Yeah, we're not really going to be able to change. We're going to have to wait for this election. So it's going to be stalled. I guess we're just going to have to embrace the stall for a little bit. Now, for the United States, there's a great mod that adds a whole bunch of U.S. content. I forget what it's called, like Hail Columbus or Hail something like that. But somebody did this massive mod where it's all like USA content, and really doesn't make it quite interesting. I haven't done a full playthrough with it, but in terms of U.S. flavor, highly recommend that one. It's like Hail Caesar, Hail Columbus, something like that. Our prohibitive import tax on cereal grains has made it difficult for the poor to afford bread, with people in Sind approaching the starvation line. We need to get rid of the corn laws. If slavery... Okay. If slavery ban fails, next we go after migration, and then maybe next we finally just try to... Hail Columbia, yeah, I know it, but I've only downloaded it. I have to try it. Yeah. Highly recommend it. Though I haven't done a full playthrough with it, so I guess we'll see. Maybe do it now before June 17th hits and the new update comes out. Because I imagine with the new update, all the mods always take a little bit of time to adjust to new updates, and there's so much changing in this next update that it might not work. So now that I think about it, now is probably the time to play that mod. Alright, how is... Okay, coal is still kind of bad. Oh, you know what, though? Before we do the military shipyard, we should increase construction. Ooh. Yeah, but we have a wood problem here. Oh yeah, the wood problem here is that there is no wood. I'm thinking about which country I'll play with in the new update. Maybe Austria. Stop being mid. Yeah, but it actually might be worth holding off on an Austria run because... Hold on, let me align my government here, and then I'll elaborate on that. So yeah, that stuff is not going to work. Ooh, I could try to keep it like this. Because it's the Intelligentsia Rural Folk Trade Unions. Conservative Party. Alright, we're going to try doing this. Yeah. So we keep high legitimacy, but we have somebody in there that doesn't want slavery. And it's not bad, but it doesn't have much flavor in everything you do with it. You can do with Prussia. Yeah, so it might be worth holding off for later in the year to do an Austria run, because with the DLCs they announced for this year, there's 2 flavor packs coming out this year. One of them is focused on Spain and Portugal, but the other one is going to be focused on Austria. So there's going to be a whole Austria flavor pack coming out this year. And it's going to be like Austria, and I believe like Serbia, Romania, like this whole area here, but it sounds like that one DLC, Austria, will be the main focus of it. So if you want to do an Austria run, it might be worth holding off until that comes out, because you'll get some flavor. Oh, the pro-slavery movement. So they're going to take... Can we afford this? See, the problem with letting things go to revolutions is that I feel like Russia or Great Britain are going to jump into that. Yeah, revolution time. Now they do have majority of the military. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We have an 8% chance. We're in the referral phase. So we're going to stop the enactment of this law. We're going to... Let's stop with promote national values in sin. And when this revolution stops, we're going to suppress this movement. We're going to try to get migration control so we at least can open the borders a little bit. Because that will help. And then we can start getting some agitators in here. And that will be very beneficial to us. Slaveholding movement in 1880, enemies of progress. Yeah, seriously. That beeth the problem. And it's also damaging us for earning recognition. What I'm hoping for is, so if we can get to migration controls, we can finally start getting some useful agitators in that might help us with that. Oh, let's see. So that's gone. So let's start suppressing the pro-slavery movement. Modern sewage. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. All right. Well, unfortunately, I'm at my time limit, my stopping point for today. So we had a pretty good run this afternoon. So I'm going to be continuing this run tonight. So it'll be starting at 8:30 p.m. my time, which is exactly 7 hours from now. So whatever time everybody else is in. Let me pause this. So pretty good run for this afternoon session. We've set ourselves up fairly well. I think I can say for certain now in tonight's session we're going to hit our 100 construction points. And then we can start building up the military again and try to swing the great game over here. So yeah, anybody on Twitch, hang out, because we're gonna do a raid of a friend of mine named Swole Joel, who's also doing some Victoria 3. So we'll go in there and see a Sweden run he has going on, which is always fun. Yeah, but that's gonna be it for me right now. But again, join back in tonight when I continue this this Afghanistan run. Let's see. By then my video will be ready. Awesome. I'll take a look for that and do the algorithm thing for it. Try to give it a watch before I jump on the stream. As always, if you enjoyed this, please consider giving me a follow or a subscribe so you can get alerted to the next time I'm on. This way it just gives you a little reminder. So anybody on Twitch, hang around. We're going to do a little raid. Other than that, thanks for watching, and hopefully I see everybody later. Have a good one.